Greetings, Japan fans. Today's show, we're going to talk about leaders and change. Baishu, arigatou gozaimasu. And welcome back to the 11th year of the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the three-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Prezen no Tachiden. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muri ni suru no wa yamimashou. And my just-released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. This podcast brings insights, examples, and experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentation Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tachijin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcaster Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is Hamburger 2つお願いします. Hamburger 2つお願いします. 2 hamburgers, please. So if you're eating hamburgers and you want 2, this is how you say it. Hamburger 2つお願いします. Hamburger 2つお願いします. Hamburger 2つお願いします. Now, this is episode number 579. Today we're talking about leaders embracing change in Japan. Is change good or bad? When I was promoted, I received a big bonus. I liked the change from my previous status. When the big boss changed at the very top, the person who hired me got fired, and the negative ramifications ultimately cascaded down the line. Eventually, I had to look for another job, and I didn't like that change much. Often, organizations go through major internal changes, and the middle-level leaders are expected to rally the troops behind the change. How do you do that if you don't agree with the change or don't like the change yourself? If you buck the system and refuse to follow the changes, then you are automatically identifying yourself as someone who has to leave the organization, or the machine will crush you. Change is such a tricky area for everyone, but it is so common in business. Markets change, clients change, supply chains change, currency rates change. The list is long. You would think that with these normal changes in business, we would all be excellent in adjusting to change. However, that is not true, is it? The status quo is so attractive to most of us because it is known and safe. We've been doing the same thing for quite a while, and we are good at it. We're doing skilled work in the current formation, and suddenly we're being asked to change. We're being pushed out of our comfort zone. Japan, in particular, loves continuity and no change because all the risk has been shaken and filtered out of the system. What we are left with is the lowest risk alternative. As leaders, we have to make a decision. If we ultimately disagree with the new approach, then we should find another place to work where we can be happy and in agreement with the direction. The chances of us doing our best work there dramatically improve compared to if we stay and conduct an underground personal resistance to the changes. Ultimately, we'll be outed by an ambitious rival or a subordinate and probably fired If we're not willing to move companies, then we have to be willing to go with the new direction. Here is the issue. A half-hearted compliance isn't going to work well. Our team members will feel the lack of commitment and enthusiasm to the cause. They, in turn, will not rally around us as the leader and charge straight into the fire together. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do them in Japanese and we do them in English, do them in our super safe classroom. We do them live online. The show today is being brought to you by, on the 3rd of October, our Dale Carnegie course, 3-day version. On the 14th and 15th of October, High Impact Presentations program. On the 18th of October, Leadership Training for Managers, 3-day version. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. So that's www.dale-carnegie, carnegie.co.jp. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. So that's greg.story, STORY, @dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, then we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs right up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Don't forget to grab my business best-selling books on Japan on Amazon. Japan Sales Mastery, which is Saegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anata mo Presen no Tachijin. My other books include Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muru ni suru wa yamemashou, and my just released new book is Japan Leadership Mastery, and all are available on Amazon. Welcome back. How can we make this change work within our small cog in the machine? The big bosses set the direction back at headquarters, but they can never get their hands dirty with the daily minutiae at our section level. That application piece is within our control. We may be buffeted by the winds of macro change, but the micro, where we actually deliver the change, that construct, is within our grasp. We have almost total control over how we do it. What we're feeling about the changes is no doubt being felt by our team members as well. Turning up one Monday morning as some mealy-mouthed, apparatchik mouthpiece for the machine will not go down well. Cynicism is already rampant in modern business, and this will push some people over the edge as we try to order them on what they need to do. All we can expect is resistance if we take this road. How can we approach the situation to get everyone behind us and the changes? Rather than being definitive about how to make the needed changes, we need to have the change discussion with the team. In stage 1, we need people to be able to air their concerns and fears and be taken seriously. Stage 2 is where we move on to how we as a team can implement the change in our world. Getting from stage 1 to stage 2 is no easy feat, though, because many will remain unconvinced and unmoved. They want to keep going with the old established tried and true way of doing things. For the never changes, we need to have private one-on-one discussions and have them decide about staying or going. If it is stay, then they need to be part of the team decision-making process and contribute to practical solutions to make this work so we can all live with the changes. Just telling them to suck it up and get back to work is always a bad idea. It communicates you are not important. Effectively, we're saying, I have 3 stripes on my sleeve, and so you have to do what I say because I am pulling rank on you. They may in fact stay. But they will join the underground resistance movement against the changes. We won't have fighting each other. We need to form a united front against our competitors in the market. We need converts, not resistors. So, as the leader, we need to get the discussion out in the open and get team ownership of the way forward. Maybe we'll have to hold our noses against the stench of the changes, but we'll hold them together and find a way through. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Our website is www.dale-carnegie.co.jp. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So, be one of them. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.